Little morning update. Everything looks so bright and full. I love how well the arch is covered right now. It's so cool. My cucumbers are still going strong. You can see the pumpkin plant has made it from the back of the arch to the very front of the arch. That is one big plant. I also started, I don't know if they'll do a whole lot, but I did some succession cucumber plants just to see if maybe they would grow in time before we have any frost. Look at this. This is part of the pumpkin plant finding its way into the bean plant, and it is attaching on pretty well there. So the thing about being here in the morning, I can hear the buzzing around me. They're all over these flowers. Oh yeah, nice big bee in there. Okay, so there are the pole beans, which have grown really well and really quickly. And then zucchini. I did have to pull one of my zucchinis, but I still have 4 plants here. So, and there's actually, I cut this one down some because there were a lot of squash beetles. I see 2 more squash beetles. Yikes. We pulled our cabbage, but we are getting loads and loads of peppers. This is the best year for peppers for me. I have never gotten so many. And then, of course, zinnias are still in full swing here. Ooh, look at that bee. So cool. There are butterflies on these like all day long, and it is so cool. Some of the biggest butterflies I've seen. We're also getting like a second bloom off of these sunflowers, which is really cool. They're a lot smaller than the first ones were, but they're so pretty. Okay, so now over here I had to replant beets. We'll see if we have enough time to grow them to full growth, but I had a nice patch of beets coming up, and then bunnies came and ate everything. So it's kind of sad about that. What's crazy is that like we have this fence up, and there are bunnies that can fit through that little hole there. This is another zucchini, which this was another succession plant I did just to see since I had the seeds if they will grow to size before we get our frost. So next year we're going to do something a lot different with tomatoes because this did not work out so well. I'm going to get another cattle panel and put it on its side, and like just as it would normally be standing, to let the tomatoes grow up it, because what happened with the twine is that, again, I'm having that bunny problem, and I think they're getting like coming through there and then getting caught on the twine, and it's knocking it down So it's ripping the twine out, and then tomato plants are falling, and they're just not supported well right now. So I keep having to tie them up. But we're still getting tons of tomatoes right now, so we're just gonna keep pushing through for at least for this season, and then next year we'll find a new solution for that.